from your results.
How many people watch it?
Okay. Curiosity, Myrna, what were you using and how did you use it?
It was just a graphic.
A graphic? And you were getting people to go to the website? Is that what you were doing?
No, I was just selling something on my Facebook.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're driving them to your Facebook page itself and trying to get commerce from your Facebook. That's another way you can do it. There's also something called Facebook Local. So if you have a brick and mortar business location, you can actually get it down even to, I think, half a mile from your zip code. So those people that actually travel into your area or live in that area, you can focus your campaigns directly on those people that are in that area. So that's another way you can, like advertise a special, and maybe you're having a special that, for that week or whatever, you want to advertise it out there. That's one way that you can do it. So those are a few of the call to actions that you can do.
Thank you, Rod. And a few things you guys have to remember. If you want to go to the ad section, there's several places you can do that. If you click home, on your left-hand side, you will have the ad manager. If you don't see it, just go to facebook.com/ads, and it should bring it right here. So you don't have to see this page. And by the way, Facebook, they have a phone number, believe it or not, but only for advertising. So if you want them to help you, you can pay, I believe, I think $750 for the actual ad, and they will walk you through and they'll help you how to use it like effectively. So they're gonna call you, they're gonna walk you through step by step and show how it's done correctly, and they'll make sure it's done right. So if you have that kind of money and if you invest it, I advise you go and give it a try. If not, if you're under a budget, I would say for a beginner, how much do you think, Rod? Maybe like what, $200 a month, $150 a month as a beginner, or $150?
On the advertising side?
For somebody that wants to try, not the boost, we'll talk about the difference right now. Run the actual ad.
To me, honestly, I tell people about $10 a day, which if you're going 30 days, it's $300 a month. Obviously you can go less than that, but it depends on what you're trying to accomplish, what your actual goal is. But that's what I generally tell people. We're going to at least look at $10 a day. It could be more. My strategy is totally different from maybe his. I usually ramp up my ads quicker and get more per cost, and then I just tear away those that aren't working. But on average, I say about $10 a day. So.
Excellent. Yeah. For those on a budget, you can give it a shot. With most of our clients, we recommend $1,000 minimum per month, so they get the better result. Because the more money you spend, the better the exposure.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. So the next thing is, once you go to that area or this page, when you click create ad, there are, I believe, 10 or 8 types of advertising.
Yeah, there's probably more than that, but I haven't actually counted. There's, like I said, the call to actions. There's
no, here you go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay.
All right. So what happens when you, and I like the new what do you call it?
Yeah.
The new format interface. Yeah. So when you run the ad, you have a few options. You don't have to use all of it. It depends exactly what you need, right? So the first one is called Boost Your Post. So does anybody know what is a Boost Your Post? But what is it? The Boost Your Post. Post.
Is it also like put it at the very top of the feed?
Yeah, so it's actually your post. When you go to Facebook and do a post on the wall,
yeah.
The wall post, that's what it is. So technically what happened organically, when let's say you have a fan page of 1,000 followers, so when you post something organically, maybe less than 1 or 2% or even 10% will see it. So what happened when you pay for even by the definition, boost your post. What post? The wall post. You're talking about the post in the middle, right? When you go to the Facebook page, you type something, you put images. That's what it's for, the first one. So if you pay it based on how much money you pay, Facebook guarantees that all your fans within the Facebook page or non-fans can actually see that on the newsfeed. Okay? That's what it's for. This is not the ad section that you see on the right-hand side or something in the middle. Does that make sense? Did everybody get that? What is the boost your post? If you don't understand, let me know so I can repeat it.
Is it only your following?
It doesn't matter right now, because based on the ad, you can have anybody see it. Because the more money you pay, the more exposure you get. Does that make sense? So when I say boost your post, what I mean by that is this.
You can target people with the post.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're on your Facebook page and you just create a post, whatever that might be, you're wanting to advertise that out. Once you do that, there's also an area on your page where you can say boost that post. So whatever it is you put in there, let's just say you're having an event this coming Friday or this coming Saturday. Then you want more people to see it, and you boost it, and you now have people that you can target. They're limited. I think it's limited by about 10 interests, but you can see. Here's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So
basically, you write something, you put an image, or you want to boost it. The post, that's what it's called, boost your post. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So that's what I mean by boost your post. So there's one. The first one is, this is the one ad, right? You can do it directly from here, as you can see what it says boost. You can do it directly from here, and it's much easier to set up. Or you can go at the back end, which is through the ad section that I showed you guys. From there, you can be a little bit more detailed.
Yeah.
That means you can hone down to your actual target market. Like you can pick the interest and the demographic and the location. Here, you can just kind of minimally make some minor changes. So we're going to go back and show you later on how we can do it on all these steps. You can see exactly how it's done. Does that make sense?
I can make a point real quick.
Yes.
If you come from a Google AdWords background, you need to get that in your mindset
Yes.
right now. Because Google AdWords and Facebook ads are completely different. The easiest way that I can explain that is Google AdWords is keyword driven. Facebook ads are interest-based driven. So if you're interested in a group, a rock group, if you're interested in pianos, if you're interested in whatever, you're going to be targeting based on interest rather than, I know that those keywords are there, but what I mean by that is when people see your ads, they're going to be targeted based on the interest that they have. It's not so much about keywords as it is on interest-based targeting.
I'm so glad Rod mentioned this, so let me repeat this question again to everyone. So what's the difference between interest-based and keyword-based? Give me an example, anybody.
It's based on search,
Uh-huh.
and this is based on demographics and things of that sort, people's interests.
Thank you, Jaime. So basically, Jaime said keyword-based in search. When you go to Google, you search for a keyword like, best university, best cupcake. I love Crazy Ninjas. I don't know. Keyword-based, right? And you're going to show up in Google or Bing based on the keyword, right? But in Facebook, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
In Facebook, it's mostly based on the interest. If I like weight loss, if I like, Kawasaki motorbike, I'm going to see that ad because I like that. Based on how many pages I like, based on how many links I click, based on how many comments I commented on a similar topic. See, that's the difference between Facebook and Google. So you need to completely take the Google ad out of your head because they're not the same. Okay?
Does that do it by geographic area?
Yes, you can do geographic, you can do a zip code, you can do whatever you want. You can even target this whole building and all the students right here. You can do that as well. So when they log in, they can see the ad. Okay? The second one is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Maybe you already said this. Are these parameters in configuration setting that you can show us later?
We're going to show, yes, we're going to show you all that. Because I know, Carlos, you can know our class, right? Did you do the ad? How did that go?
I started doing it, but I just kind of made it like
Okay, we've got to see who did it and broke it so we can fix it. We'll have Jaime and Marina, we're going to look at their samples. But of course, we're going to talk about how to do quickly on each one of them. Not all of them, but just the top 3. Because some of them don't need it. Like promote your page. What is that for? That is for your Facebook business page. So what happened organically right now, it's very difficult for you to get new likes on your business page organically. It might take you I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months to get even 100 people like your page. So with that option, you're actually going to get new followers or new likes to your business page, but you have to pay for it. Does that make sense? So if I want new, targeted, qualified leads that are interested in my cupcakes, I'm going to run an ad just to get likes on my page. You're not buying likes, you're buying the actual, I'm not actually buying, but you're paying the ad. So if they're interested, they follow you, they actually like your page. Does that make sense? So the first ad is to boost your post. So you can get more exposure, more conversation, more commenting, more sharing. The second one, I want new followers to my business page. Let's say my target is to get maybe 300 followers in 1 month. So let me see how much I can spend to see how many new targeted followers that are interested in my product and services will join me. Does that make sense? So that's what it is for. So if you want to get more likes, you go with number 2. If you want to boost your post, you go with number 1. The third one, if you want to get traffic to your website, So if you want to push new traffic to your website, that's the third one. Okay? The fourth one, which is similar to the third one, but it focuses more on conversion. That means if you have some sort of lead capture, like capturing name and email, or get an ebook, whatnot, that's what it's for, the fourth one. The fifth one, if you have an app, whether mobile app or Facebook app that you want to promote it, get some download, that's what it's for. I don't think any of you have an app here. It's assumed. Nobody has an app. Okay, so you don't have to worry with that. Increase engagement in your app. Again, that has to do with the app. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Reach people near your business. So this is like if you have an actual office for your business, mom and pop shop business, that's what it is for. So that means people right now go to Facebook, because in Facebook right now you have what? You have the search box. Guess what? You can optimize your business pages. So if you're a dentist and you want to show up on the search of Facebook, it will show up. So that new option is what it does. It makes your page show in the search in the newsfeed better than the one that doesn't pay for it. Does that make sense? What is it? Raise attendance at your event. Facebook has a feature called event page. So if you want to get new followers to an event, you set up an event page, which is actually free. Event page is free, but if you want to get more exposure, you pay ad for it. You pay some money so you can get more exposure and get more followers to your event.
Yeah, just to give you a little bit of background on that, I had a real estate client who wanted to promote his event, and he gave it to me like at the last week to tell me about it, but for like, I think it was $7, I got him over close to 2,000 people reached with just $7. I mean, that doesn't mean that many people went to the event, but that just meant that the people that we were actually wanting to target, which were other real estate agents or finance companies, things like that, because they were having a grand opening. So within 2 days, I was able to get him almost 2,000 reach just on $7 alone.
Yeah, that means, that's awesome. That means 7,000 people saw it. Now, whether they took action or not, that's a different story. But at least they saw your ad. Just like an exposure. Then what is it? Get people to claim your offer. So if you have like a coupon, you want to give away something, that's what it's for, and you can actually run an ad for that. Like if you're selling a digital product, an ebook, or some sort of coupon, that's what it's for. And the last one, if you want to get more views for your video, you run that ad for the video. You're going to get more viewership. Does that make sense? All right. So before I show you guys, should we show them first how to do each step, then audit the one that didn't do it very well?
I think the majority of the people are here brand new, so maybe we could just
show them first?
Yeah.
Okay, because we have some people that actually did it, want to also analyze it, why it didn't work very well. Okay, so give some feedback. But for now, let's go ahead and show them how to use the first one. So for the first one, like I said, there's two options. You can do it from here, or if I come right here, if I just click boost after I put some content, this is what happens. Right? This is what happens. So you can go ahead and do the hands on. Okay? So you can do it directly from your page, and once you do that, guess what? You have like 3 audience options. And for every audience, you have a question mark, because it tries to explain to you what do they mean. Right? So the first one is people who like your page. So people that already like your business page, you want to make sure that, well, my first question is, why should I run an ad to people that already like my page? Why? Mark's like, I don't know. These are your audience. Let's say you have 1,000 followers. Why are you running an ad to your own audience in your business page?
I want to get them to share it.
You want to get them shared? What else?
To inform them of something new.
I'm sorry? Your friends might see it. What else?
That would join.
Huh?
That would join the business.
Well, they're already in the business page. Think. Remember what I said in the beginning. Organically, if you post, how many of the 1,000 will see it? If you have 1,000 followers, and if you post something in the morning, how many percent will see that post? Less than 5%. So not all of them are going to see it, right? So when you run the ad, everyone's going to see it, and their friends. Does that make sense? If I have 1,000 followers, and I have a new deal, new promotion, I want to share a new product, and I want all of them to see it, that's why I'm picking out option number 1. Does that make sense? Because you only understand why you're running this ad, because otherwise it's not going to make any sense. If you know what it means, okay? So that's what it's for. Because organically, not everyone going to see your post. And the question is, should you run that boost for every post? Let me ask you guys this question. Let's say you decided to post Monday to Friday. Consistently. Like every afternoon, you post something on your Facebook business page from Monday to Friday. Now, you have 1,000 followers. Okay, you have 1,000 followers. Are you going to boost every day? Yes?
I would like
And
to.
why? You said you would like to? Yes? You said you would like to? You said no? Okay. For the yes, why? I didn't say you would like to, but why? Give me a good reason.
Well, if I put an ad out there, I really want them to get it, and not just my audience, but whoever else picks it up on the side. And I've actually got some really good referrals from the side.
Excellent. So that's one point. And for the one that says no, tell us why. Because there's no right or wrong answer.
I would think that you don't want to, flood your people that like your stuff every day.
That's a good question. The reason is this. Remember, this is social media, right? It's supposed to be socializing. Correct? If you keep bombarding with offers and sale, people are going to get tired, right? That's one thing. Secondly, what happens if you run boost, it says on the top sponsored. So what happens if they see that if you post 5 days, like 5 times a day, which is great, by the way, if you post 5 times a day, and all of them says sponsor all the time, what does that do? Look like you're desperate. Okay? And you don't want to give that impression to your audience that you're just using the ad just for the sake of the ad. Does that make sense? So my suggestion, again, this is not something you have to do. My suggestion is if you post every day, maybe Friday you need to boost it, or maybe Monday you need to boost it. Depends on what kind of content. Does that make sense? So boost like once a week and what do you call it, and have the rest of them just regular. Then you go back to the inside and check and see the analytics, see which one works, which one doesn't. Then next time, try it twice a week, see what happens. Does my follower decrease or increase? Does that make sense? You have to test it because that's how you find out. If they don't mind, then it's fine, you can boost it every day. But what's going to happen that every time you boost, it will say what? Sponsor. So the first one is your follower. The second one is people that who are part of your page, right, and their friends. This one will give you more reach. But the one problem is, what if you're focusing in San Antonio, but somebody from Mozambique also like your page? But you don't send anything back in that country, right? So that is the one issue you have to kind of consider. Again, give it a test and see what happens. Because the only thing you want to avoid is spammers. Does that make sense? You don't want to have somebody from overseas or somebody from a different state that has no relationship with your business to join your page for no reason. Does that make sense? But you can run a test and see what happens. The last one, which is I think, Rod, you prefer that one, right? The last one. The last one, you can create your own audience. Okay? You can create your own audience. So there you go. So right, basically, click the third one, and there is an option that says either edit or create new audience. So if I click create new audience, there you go. Now I can give this ad a name. Then I can select the city, what I'm targeting. I can also select the mileage, right? Let's go to San Antonio. Cities, yeah, San Antonio, 50 miles. And there's an age group from 18 all the way to 65. There's men and women. And also there's interest, like who I'm targeting. If I'm targeting people that like, let's say, P90X or insanity, or want to lose weight, I'm going to use those terminologies, right? So if I go to interest, I'll type, let's say, weight loss or P90X. Let's say P90. There you go, P90X. So people that love P90X, and I'm selling a product or an ebook or some ad for them, they will see it. Because people that like P90X, it's possible that they're going to like Insanity, right? And guess what? Both of those companies have an affiliate link. So you can sign up with an affiliate, run your affiliate ad, and they can probably buy the product from you because they're part of the same fan. Does that make sense? So I can pick any interest. You see that? Fitness, boot camp, I love you, what the heck, and CrossFit. Does that make sense? So you can target people based on the interest. Let's say CrossFit. I don't know what kind of, yoga pants or, some sort of clothes they like. Hey, I can hit the market. So when they log in, they can see. But again, this is only for your page. You have to know who are your audience within your business page. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes.
Location. I see a drop down in the city.
Right.
What's the city, state, country?
Yes.
Is that the option?
Yeah, we can.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and do it real quick.
Say Austin.
I can put an Austin too. You can put several.
But the city dropped down.
Cities, go to drop down the cities.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We have,
Yeah.
Countries, states, and cities. So if you're targeting Canada and US, you can do that too. So people that log in, that have interest in this information, they will see the ad. Yes. Absolutely. But remember, this is only for the boost of your post. So I wouldn't really go in that detail because, like Rod, for instance, he's in San Antonio. He's a Facebook's ad specialist. He wants to get, let's say, attorneys. So he's gonna, target San Antonio, maybe attorneys. Does that make sense? So this is very basic. You see that? Very basic, and click save, and it runs. That's it. Now, if you go from the back end, first of all, before we go to the back end, anybody has a question? Yes?
How do you pay for the ads?
Excellent question. How do you pay? When you sign up, you have to enter your credit card information on the account. And that's how Facebook automatically will charge you after the ad is done, not at the beginning. So if you run your ad, let's say Monday 1st November till the 31st, when the 31st comes in, then it charges you.
There's usually generally there is a place, but trust me, if you don't put that in and you try to add it, it will pop up and say, hey, you need a payment from
Yeah.
And
it gives you a
This is for the boost.
How
We're gonna
long do you
decide
decide how long that boost lasts?
It's up to you. It's up to you. You can select. Because right now, I don't know if you want to pay for this. If you go ahead and click save, because we're creating an audience, so go and click save.
sure you want to.
Yeah, click save. Just a test. Who cares? I have a lot of money. So let's just waste it. So there you go. When you scroll down right now, so it's telling us for $20 how many people going to reach. 3,000 to 8,000.
Okay, that's your
Okay. Then a 1 day, 7 day, 14 day, or you can do a custom. You can also click the date right here. Pick the date from what day to what date.
You change, so when you change the date, will that
There you go.
Will that dollar
Yes.
amount change?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me scroll back.
Well, for the boost, it's flat.
Okay.
For the boost, it's a flat. Whatever price you pick, that means that's the only money you're gonna use. It's not gonna go above 20. So if you pay $20, you invested $20. That's the beautiful thing about Google, Facebook advertising.
Basically, the duration here in this process is it's going to space out that amount of money over that amount of time.
Mhm.
If you say that you only want to have it for 1 day, then that $20 is going to be used up in that 1 day, and it's going to hit as many people as it can in that particular time frame. If you're wanting it to go 7 days, it's going to space that out. So.
Yep, absolutely right. As you can see right here, it says you will spend $2.85 per day if you do it for 7 days.
Right. And
If you do it for 14,
days,
it's $1.
It's $142.
So Facebook right now will calculate for $1 how much people they're gonna see. Yes.
So which do you recommend? Do you recommend hitting it all in 1 day, or
That is
space it out?
that is a beautiful question.
Yes.
You test it.
Right.
And it also
So-
depends on what you're wanting to
Yeah.
do. I mean, if you're having a sale that's going to only be a 1-day event,
There you
then
go.
obviously you only want a 1-day event thing. But if it's going to be something that's going to be drawn out, you definitely want to maybe think about maybe
Excellent.
spacing that out. So.
Well,
Excellent point.
Well, what happened just recently, I had an open house. Remember
Okay.
I was advertising I had an open house. And I started clicking down my 1,500 friends, and it stopped me at 500. And it wouldn't let me add another one for the entire thing. So I boosted it, hoping, hopefully somebody did, because only the first 500 people got it. The other 1,000 have no clue, that I'm open. And boosted for the week up until the time of the open house. In fact, I went through that whole weekend, and I added another 80 likes to my page.
Right.
And I think 2 strangers showed up. That was it, out of that whole thing. But I still want to know
How much you invested?
20.
$20. It's not bad. $20 is good. But did you run a boost, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did the boost in desperation because I couldn't click any more friends.
Okay.
So you're saying, I know. So I'm thinking, like, if I was just picking my friends, is there a way to sort my friends by their
Here's the thing.
demographics?
Here's the funny thing that nobody wants to hear. If you have like a 5,000 in your personal friends and you invite them to your business page, and only 50 show up, that means all the 4,000 not your friends. Okay. So what I'm going to say that your actual friends and family, ideally, they're not your customer. Ideally, they're not. They could be referred. They can probably refer you to somebody else. But when you run the boost, you gotta make sure you pick the right audience. So you're gonna create the audience demographic. Click that exact area that you're doing the open house. And this is just the basic. We're gonna go in the detail. In the detail, we'll show you the income, like how much they make every year. If you wanna hit managers, if you wanna hit we'll go through that, because if you create the audience based on the advanced feature on the back end, that should give you a better result. Does that make sense? Good question. Any more questions? Are we good? We're still on the basic, right? So you can pick the date, you can pick the time frame. When you scroll down, what happened to the ad preview? It's not showing up. Typically this area supposed to pick how your ad will look like on a mobile device.
I think we put in a post that that's why.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, you're right. Let's go and pick another post. Go ahead and click clear.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down.
You can fully
Down.
customize your ad.
Yeah, scroll down.
Sir.
I'm sorry.
So you can fully customize your ad. Or
Fully customized, you mean?
like how you want it to look. I don't use Facebook at all. So
We'll see. We'll see. When we go in the back, we'll see. Scroll down. You don't have to use it, Mac. 2 fingers.
Like the bar disappeared.
No, 2 fingers. There you go. There you go.
I
There
see
you go,
you,
man.
Yusuf.
So where do you
There you go. So let's say you want to boost this one, right? 40% shopping begins taking whatever. So there you go. So now, because there's an actual boost, you see how this is how it looks. So on the mobile, this is the desktop. Scroll down a little bit. Click on the mobile feed. So this is how it looks on the mobile device. Okay? So this is just a basic boost, and I think a lot of bloggers, a lot of people that don't have experience use this. Okay, I'm not trying to be condescending, but it's very basic, and the cool thing about it, look, people can like it, even though you're trying to get, the purpose of the boost is to get more comment, to get more engagement, okay, and more sharing. So that's how it looks on the mobile device. And it says on the top right here, sponsored. Okay, so any question about the basic boost posting?
Let me
Before we go on
also,
the back.
let me also say this. Majority of the time, your people are not going to be on desktop.
Oh, yeah.
95% of your targeted audience is going to be on mobile devices. So really, really take that into consideration. If you are going to be posting a video, you can still post it on the right side. Sometimes you can get some good view with that with some people that might have desktop. But I'm telling you right now, everybody is mobile. You really have to go towards the mobile viewers. Yes, sir.
Is there only mobile and desktop, not like tablet? How does that work? Is it
Tablets are considered a device that I don't know if it's considered desktop or not, but it will tell you what type of device in there. Also, another thing is if you have an app that's only for an iOS, you can target based on that particular mobile engine, iOS or whether it's Android. So you can exclude everybody else that's not what you're not looking to target. So.
Okay, any more questions? These were good questions. Any more? Are we good? You guys didn't lose your hair yet? Go ahead and click cancel. And now we're going to go on the back right here. Right there. Yeah, there you go. So now we're going to go from the back. So if I click boost your post on the back, the actual ad manager, go ahead and click that. See? Now I can pick the pages. Which business page I'm trying to do the boost for, right? So for example, let's go ahead and pick
I've never seen this screen before. How did you get to this?
Facebook.com/ads. Okay, /ads. Or when you go to your personal profile, click home. On your left hand side, you will see ad manager. You click on the ad manager. If you don't see that option, after the .com, type ads, ADS. Okay? So go ahead and pick Asperger 101. That's one of my clients right there. Okay. So there you go. So we pick the page that we want to boost one of the posts in that page, right? That's the first step. The second step is go ahead and click set an audience and a budget. So now this is telling me who's your audience and how much you're going to pay, right? So there you go. Now, there's an awesome tool from Facebook, and it's called, go to another browser, which is Facebook. You all need to write this thing now. Facebook.com // what is it? Ads / audience.
Audience.
Audience _ insights. Okay? Go ahead and write down that link.
Yeah, this is important.
Okay. So this tool, it's for market research. Basically, it's for market research within Facebook. If you want to find out who in Facebook that are interested in your product and services are active, like how many of them. Okay? So get a few is still thinking. So this one will show you the demographic. You can do some research and find out, you know what, looks like people that, go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, let me just say that this should be one of the first things that you do before you actually start advertising, is because it's going to come up. But basically, any of your insights that you put in, you're saying male, women, male, female, you know, how old, you know, what area, what city that you're looking for. This is, and you want to click on everyone on Facebook.
Okay.
Because basically what this does, now you can target what your demographic is, but it'll show you the percentages of who is on Facebook according to those interests that you're actually putting in. So for whatever, I hope that I didn't lose anybody, but basically if we say San Antonio right here, we say San Antonio, Texas, it should have, yeah, it'll pop up. So if that's all I did, and I said, you know, any age, this will tell you right now that 54% of women are on Facebook in San Antonio. And there's 46% of men that are in the age group of 18 to 24. If you're 25 to 34, that is 27 and 30%. So you can see that just by putting in one key demographic, that can show you. Now, if we go here and we say we only want to see women that are in San Antonio,
There you go.
that's going to drastically reduce that just based on the interest that you put in. So whatever your interests are, whatever you're actually wanting to target, this is the first place that I would go. Enter all of the information, and then you can look at the percentages. For instance, you're in real estate. So if you're wanting to target people in San Antonio's area in between a certain age group, and then you see that maybe between the ages of 18 and 23, it's a very small margin, you're probably not going to target towards 18 to 23-year-olds. You're only going to go where there's maybe a higher percentage, because you want to maximize the amount of money that you're actually putting towards that Facebook boost or post. Does that make sense?
Okay, that was an awesome thing, Rod. Now, look at the cool thing right now. This is, I mean, I get very excited when I see this tool. So I pick San Antonio, right? Let's go ahead and put all for now. Go ahead and click all. Look at this, guys. 1 million to 1.5 million active users in San Antonio. Yeah,
Active.
not right now, but they're active means they log into Facebook every day.
Yeah.
They're active. They're not like coming back after 3 months.
You want to tell
So
them
what does
that?
that tell you? I mean, you as a business, oh my God, all my customers are active on Facebook on a daily basis.
That's local.
And that's local. That's not nationwide. Do you see what I'm saying? If you want to target women-only product, switch to women. Let's see out of the 1.5 million, how many women are actually active in San Antonio?
That beats my 1,500 friends.
600,000, 500, almost half. 500,000 to 600,000 are women that are active. And the age group, the majority are from 25 to 34. I mean, this is huge. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because based on this number, when I run my ad, oh, you know what? I want to focus only from the 25 to 44.
Exactly.
Because those are the majority that are active. And those could be my target market. Does that make sense? That's why this tool is awesome. So what we usually do, we come here first,
Yep.
get the little bit of idea of what your target market. Then when you go back on the actual ad, then we're going to use those information. So right now, let's go ahead and type real estate under the interest. Let's go ahead and type real estate. Okay, so there you go, real estate. So the majority, again, 25 to 35, all the way to 44. Are in real estate. How many? 200,000. But if you want to target, look at the women, almost 73% are ladies in the real estate. 73% and only 27% men that are interested in real estate. That's kind of odd, right? But that's what Facebook is telling us. So the more interest you put, the number changes. If I put real estate broker, somebody who's a broker, right? Or someone who's interested to be a broker. See, it comes up. See that? There you go. So the number change. Now we have, see? So you can put all this interest, you can target this audience that are interested in these sort of areas. Does that make sense? When we go back on the back end, we'll show you how to select managers. So let's say you want to target USAA and want to target their managers. So you can select managers. So the managers are logged into Facebook, they're going to see the ad because they are the decision maker, right? So you can play with the ad, you can test it, you can tweak it and see which one works, which one doesn't. Because there is no blueprint that tells you if you follow step-by-step ads, you're going to get 100% result. There's no such thing. That's why you have to keep testing it until you see which money I invested got me the most click or the most conversion. Yes?
If you set up, say, a booster, an ad for a week, all right, and you're watching the demographics as it goes, the readings, can you switch midstream, midweek?
Well,
Absolutely. You have a full control. You can pause, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the cool things I like about Facebook, what happened is that, like for instance, Rod said he run that event page up to like 2,000 eyeballs, right? What creates the conversion is the copy, like what kind of message you're talking. Does that make sense? So that matters. So the copy, the content, the way you deliver it, the way you talk to your audience, even the images. In fact, you all need to read the Facebook advertising guideline. For instance, alcohol is not allowed for advertising. Indecent, explosion-like images not allowed. There are certain images not allowed. Even for before and after of the weight loss, not allowed.
Supplements. Yeah.
Supplement, not allowed. So you gotta read those rules. The other thing with images, if you put a text on the image for the ad, it has to be less than 20% text.
I found that out the hard way.
That's still there. In fact, there was a link, I exactly don't remember, but after the Facebook.com, there was a link called Grid that you can upload the photos and will tell you whether this is approved or not. Or you can use this free service called Canva. Go ahead and go to Canva real quick. You all need to write it down. Go to www.canva.com because Canva comes with all sorts of dimension for the social media platform. So if I want to create an ad, like the dimension for the ad picture, it's already there. So click on more and scroll down. Keep going down all the way. 2 fingers. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Keep going.
Is that C-A-N-V-A or B-A?
Yeah, like C-A-N-V-A.com. Canva. So there you go. Ad. You see that? 1200 by 627. That's the dimension for the ad. So I can make a good-looking image of the ad. And number 2, you can have up to 6 images to see which one brings you the most click. So the one that gets more eyeball and gets more click to your site, for instance, you'll keep that one, and the one that gives you less click, you just pause it. Does that make sense? Because again, it's all about testing. You gotta test the copy, you gotta test the words, you gotta test the images. When we started with anybody went to Alamo, the Comic-Con? Alamo, the Comic-Con, right? So the film festival, Alamo Film Festival, they just contacted me like almost like a few days before the event and run a quick ad on the weekends to sell the tickets. So we did like 6 images, and we noticed that it's called Skin Trade, the movie with Dolph and that Thailand actor. So that one got the most click. Then San Antonio's image, that was the second. Then Dolph standing like this, got the third, and the rest was just like in between, you know? All right, so that's Canva. It's an awesome tool. Please use it. Let's go back to that Facebook. So now we know how to use the inside, right? Ads/inside audience. How it's an awesome tool to give you some ideas. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go back to the inside thing, the audience, and let's go ahead and type. Go ahead and remove real estate and all the stuff. Interest. Let's go ahead and type autism. Let's type autism because that's her business. Yeah, because her business is, she's a nonprofit. So if you type autism.
Autism.
Yeah, autism. There you go. Autism awareness.
Which one do you want?
Pick that one. Okay, so we have how many? Almost 90%. We'll go a little bit up. I want to see the numbers. Up. 25 to 30,000. So we can put enough interest within autism because Asperger 101 it's for autism. So we can put autism awareness. See what else is there for autism. Autism friendly, autism awareness. We can also do autism spectrum, autism. Let's see, spectrum. Yeah, that one too. And let's also go ahead and do parents autism, something, or kids with autism. See what happens. If it doesn't come up, that means it's not there. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there? I saw one. Autism. Let's try friendly.
Friendly what?
Autism friendly.
Autism
friendly.
Okay.
Try that one too. Autism Speak is actually a website. It's a very well-known website called Autism Speak. That's the website. So So right now we have 30,000 to 35 active people that are interested in autism or something. The family probably, have a special need, like my son also a special need. So those are the target market. And the age group is from, believe it or not, look at that, 35 to 44 is the highest. Okay?
Majority are women as well. That's
Yes.
89% women there.
Yes.
So
Okay.
in this case, you would run maybe majority of your ads towards women because there's obviously the main reason.
Yeah.
You
Do you want to put anything else in the interest, or do you think that's enough for the interest?
That's your call.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Go to the actual ad. The actual ad manager. Right there.
Which one is it?
The last one.
This one,
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, we're going to select San Antonio. Yeah, you're right. San Antonio. We're going to pick San Antonio because we're going to run the ad for San Antonio. There you go. And you can go to put 50 miles.
50 miles.
Mhm.
Okay.
There you go. You can also move the radius. You can also move this radius, wherever you want to bring it, so people in that area will see it. You can do that as well. Okay? Then the age group, let's go ahead and select, what is it, 25 to 45? 25 to 35, there you go. You all seeing this, right? All watching? Okay. Go 25 to 45, sorry. 45. There you go. And let's go and select woman. There you go. Now I have more options. Languages. Am I hitting only Spanish speaking? Am I hitting English speaking? Let's go and select both, see what happened to the number. So right now, the number says what? Potential reach, 300,000. Now that means I gotta pay a lot of money to reach that many people. What I'm gonna do, let me lower the number to like 10,000 people, or at least 20,000 people, because it depends on the ad. Does that make sense? If I want all of them to see it, I want to make sure that I'm able to afford it, right? 300,000, that's gonna be a lot of money. So we're gonna English or Spanish. Okay, still the same. What else we can put? More demographic. When you click on more demographic, see, there you go. Relationship, education level. Are they master graduate? Are they PhD? Are they undergrad? You can actually hit those. Work, income. See that? Net worth. How much do they make a year? Yes.
Are you not setting a budget for this one? You're saying, is it per click on this one?
No. This is still the same thing. We haven't done that yet. We still, you're moving ahead with the game.
Well, you said it was going to cost a lot of money.
Well, because you think about it. If I want my ad to be shown to 300,000 people, don't you think I have to pay more to get more viewership? Does that make sense? So that's why I'm going to lower the price. What I mean by that, if I'm going to lower the potential reach, that means I can spend, let's say, $100 to reach, 10,000. Do you see what I'm saying? If I want to reach 300,000, of course you tell me how much you're going to pay to have all the 300,000 paid for. Does that make sense? But I'm not able to reach that. I mean, realistically, there's no way for me to reach that right now. So what I want to do, I want to make sure that my ad, if it runs, I want to make sure that everyone will see it. So after we play with all these systems right here, if it tells me you have 15,000 potential reach, let me see how much it will cost me to make sure that all the 15,000 will see it. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go back. So when you went to the demographic, go to demographic one more time. You see all these options. You have work, you have income. Like in the real estate, you want to hit those people that can afford it, you go to income. Make sure how much they make. Because if somebody makes 50,000, I don't think there's a way for them to afford $1 million house. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can go in here and
Look at that.
specify the
See?
amount of money.
Do you know how they derive those stats at all?
I'm sorry?
Do you know how they derive those stats?
I do not know and I don't want to. Okay.
Actually, they have
Yeah.
Facebook has a third-party,
Company.
2 third-party companies that they use to do surveying. But also, a lot of this is based on. I mean, lawyers obviously are going to make more money, but they also derive some of this information based on the information that you're actually sharing, you're liking, you're commenting on. But majority of it comes from a third-party companies that they're using to help come.
Yeah, and not just that. Even if Facebook has a system, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Just like Google algorithm, they're not going to tell you everything how it's done. The good thing about them, they have a database of us. They have our information. Does that make sense? And of course, there's so many third parties out there that you guys don't know. We call the public data information. It's actually online available. You're going to find anybody. You can actually go and find out. Some of them are government based. You can go and type the information, where you live, how much you make. It's all there.
when it comes to this, I've got a lawyer, a law firm that wants me to target a net income of only so much. They want a higher echelon. And you can also do this. You can come into the demographics area and you can say, where was it? Oh man, was it here? Or no, it's another behaviors, I think.
Okay, it's behavior. Here's another thing. All this information, write this thing down. All this information are not 100% accurate.
That's true.
Okay? Don't think, oh, no. These are estimates.
Yeah. But they
Does that
want
make
me to
sense?
target like
Yeah.
luxury vehicle owners. So there's actually categories in here,
Yeah.
you know, for luxury SUVs, luxury.
I wish Terry was here because Terry, he sells luxurious cars. I wish he was here. So he could promote that. But yeah, I mean, all this information, any information online, they're not 100% accurate. They're just 80%, maybe 90%, maybe 70%. But do not take this information as a solid proof.
Yeah.
Take it as marketing research. These are the estimate, how much I'm going to invest for the possibility of how many potential leads I'm going to get.
Right.
So there is no 100%. Does that make sense? But at least better than nothing. You see what I'm saying?
You can reduce the radius also, right?
I'm sorry?
You can reduce the radius.
Yes, from 10, you can also make it higher, you can make it customize it, you can make it like, you know, above if you want.
This is what I was talking about. The
Yeah, there you go. The behaviors,
yeah,
it would,
financial, like
if you buy something, like who buys stuff.
how much you're spending. you
Yeah,
know, like
that's beautiful.
I mean everything. I mean I put in here luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
There it is. You know, whatever it is you're trying to target, there's a number of ways that you can do that.
Okay, so you guys, you see how the cool thing, this tool can give you so much resources, so much potential. You just have to mess and play with it until, let's go down all the way. Let's just pick anything just for the sake of,
Where were you back at the interest?
we talked about the interest. There you go. We got the demographic. We go to the interest. Again, go ahead and type autism awareness. You can also pick autism awareness spectrum. The Asperger's syndrome, that one too. Pick that one too. That one as well. Okay. So if they're all relative, that means people that are interested, or people that click the link on this topic, or people that join similar pages, or people that in their profile mention that they're autistic, or they have somebody in the family that's autistic, they're gonna see this. Does that make sense? So let's go and pick more. Autism awareness. Let's go ahead and autism friendly. So let's do that one. Autism friendly. Yeah, do that one.
I'm guessing there's a whole list of like medical conditions.
Oh, of course, of course. You're absolutely correct.
And,
Okay.
And the one, this is actually the part that I love about Facebook. I mean, I've actually done presentations where I get really excited.
Don't get excited right now. Look at it.
I generally tell people, give me an interest that you really
It's such a,
like, and I'll dare you that we can try to find it. Now, I'm not saying we can't find it, but give me some rock band or some band that you know that I probably wouldn't even know.
Yeah, let's try that.
And let's try that. I mean, this is totally off the topic here, but just give me, somebody just shout out a name. What's the name of a group that you like?
Girl in the coma?
What?
Girl in the coma?
Girl in the coma?
Girl in the coma? Or
Girls in a coma?
Okay. Is that how you spell it?
just regular girls.
Girls in yoga pants.
I don't see that one. Oh, I'm surprised at that.
How about type
Death Cab for Cutie. That's another one that's in there. You know, I mean, just different.
how about a screwdriver?
Screwdriver? Well, we've already done this one, remember? You know, he wants to know whether you want a tool or you want the drink. So, I mean, you know, there's so many different variables of interest involved on any level. Real estate, weddings, you know, e-commerce,
Cupcake.
you know, cupcakes. I mean, anything. I mean, just that's where I love this. It's a
Cupcake.
lot-
There you go. Cupcakes.
Cupcake food, Cupcake Wars, I'm pretty sure is in there. I mean, everything, you know. So whatever it is your interests are involved. And the great thing about Facebook ads is this, that you're going to showcase this only on those profiles that people are actually interested in those type of topics. And So, based on likes, based on shares, based on comments, based on where they're clicking outside of Facebook once they leave Facebook. So all of this is very, very, very powerful. Sorry.
Okay, and behaviors? Explain that a little bit for us.
What do you want to do in here?
This is what you mentioned, like people buy stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
what do you want to choose in here? The behaviors.
Okay. Then when you go to connections, there's more categories. Look at more categories. Look at that, more categories. Choose a category. There you go. More categories. Type autism again. See what happens.
No, that's not
Okay.
going to be in this. That's more like.
It's all like charities.
Charity, yeah.
Behavior section. On the one above that.
On the behavior. Okay.
No, there's nothing in there.
Okay. What is a connection, Ron? Connections. What is
Connections
that?
are for Facebook pages.
Yeah.
You
People
can
like your
target
page.
People that like your page, those that don't like your page. If you don't want people, let's say for instance you're running a sale and you don't want, or something that DirecTV does a lot is DirecTV will give new users great incentives to join. Well, what about all those others that have been faithful over those years paying that money?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe you want to create a new offer for those new users, but you don't want it to be shown to your Facebook those that actually like your page, because they might get upset by that. So you want to exclude those. So you can do that. You can say, show this ad, but I want to exclude people that like my page. So that you can do that. Or you can only show it to those that are actually liking your page or like you the same, friends of those who actually like your page as well. So that's what connections is all about. Are you running out of steam?
Any questions so far? Is this exciting or what? I don't see any excitement. All right. So when it comes to the daily budget, if you put $10, click stay on the page. Yeah. If you spend $10, it tells you how many people can see it. Now, if you put a date, start and end date. There you go. So let's start today and end it. Let's say, go back, and let's go and end it on the 31st. So for $10, my total is it? Yeah, $40 total. And how many people are going to see it? Almost 900. 900, within 900 to 1,000, right?
Per day?
So the lifetime of that particular ad,
Total.
from start to finish,
Not per day.
for $10.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put $100 a day. See what happens.
$100 per day.
Yeah, let's see what happens. My total is how many? $400. And look, 5,000 to 15,000 will see it.
And you're going to spend the total right there. It'll tell you right here how much you're going to spend.
See, that's why if I'm going to spend, because right now my total audience is 40,000. So for $400, almost 15,000 will see my ad. Yes.
I'm sorry, I have so many questions. What about like the Chrome ad block and stuff like that? Is that counted in that? Because they don't know that they've got Chrome ad block to block all the ads at the side. The demographics don't know.
She's talking about those that have like the little add on the extension that blocks the ads.
Right.
That's a good question. I don't know about that.
Is that counted in the demographics?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I would say this though. I still like my numbers at 39,000.
That's a very good question. What happens? Those people that have a block in the browser, they're gonna block it.
Yeah.
But Facebook will show it. So whatever happens, there's no control beyond that. Because remember, the idea of the ad is what? The idea of the ad for people to see it.
Yeah.
For people to see it. So if somebody blocks it, unfortunately they block, you can't control that, right? And secondly, you have to test it to make sure that sometimes there's some ad that we run for our clients, a lot of people saw it, but not a single click. Maybe the copy wasn't good. Maybe the image didn't make any sense. Maybe the information didn't make any sense. So we have to test it until we get the conversion that they need. And the conversion has to be 10 times more than what they spend. What I mean by that, if I spend $400 for like 5 days ad, I need to make sure that I'm making at least a couple of $1,000 in profit. Otherwise, I'm just burning money.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But with this awesome tool right here, it tells you whatever you spend, it will show you the total and how many people are going to see it. And guess what? We're still in the post, right? We're still in the boosted post. We haven't talked about like the page yet. We haven't talked about the add to the website yet. Even though most of them are similar, but they might be a little bit different. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay, so that basically means $400 total, 15,000 people will see it. If I'm running it for like, how many days? For like 5 days, that's a total. That doesn't mean every day 15,000. It just means the total. Okay, if I pick one day, then it's going to be in one day. Facebook will show it to all the.
And another thing you can do also is you can set the budget for a lifetime budget. So if you want a specific amount of money that you don't want it to go over, you can say, okay, the budget is going to only be for $100. So once it runs it for that amount of time, for that many days, it's not going to go over that amount of money. So you can spend per day, or you can do a lifetime budget. So whichever one you want.
Okay, scroll down. So optimize for post engagement. What does that mean, post engagement? That means when somebody sees your post on the newsfeed, you want them to comment, you want them to share, you want them, because that's what makes, in social media, what makes it very powerful, that you have to figure out how can you make your audience engage. It's not about the numbers, it's not about how many followers you have, it's not about how many likes, it's more about how many commenting, how many sharing. Does that make sense? That is called engagement. That's what makes your social media powerful. That if your audience start talking to you. If you just keep posting stuff and nothing's happening, that means nobody's listening. Does that make sense? So you have to figure out how can I make the audience engage. For instance, you wrote a blog post about real estate. Instead of just posting the link, say something like, when was the last time you signed a stupid contract? Something like that, and you got screwed over. Did you do that? Read more. Like that. You ask questions so you can make the audience engage. Does that make sense? Okay, so post engagement says, will serve you ad to people who are more likely to engage with your post. Daily unique reach, that means just get more viewership. An impression means for every 1,000 the ad shows up, they're gonna grab that, just like the click, the click-through rate, the CPC and CPM. That's what it's for. And the last one is cost per click. So that means anybody clicks on the ad, Facebook gonna take that amount from the whatever you're investing in. Okay? I'll stick with the first one, especially for the boost your post. Does that make sense? Any questions? All right, that's it. Then you just click choose ad creative. When you click on choose ad creative, go and do that. This is where you're gonna use the images, right? This is where you're gonna upload. Right now, look at that. So you can put the link if you want for tags. This is how the ad's gonna look like. I don't know why it's not showing up the image, but
it should be showing the image. But
so it's gonna show you if you scroll down the mobile feed. You can click on the mobile feed. Stay on the page. Click on the mobile feed. There you go. That's how the mobile looks like. So there you have like a text on the top right here because the boost. You can have as many text as you want. Then on the bottom, the titles and whatnot, and the link to the boost. Okay. I want to scroll. That's it, right? That's nothing. I don't know why the image is not showing up. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. But let's go down. I guess.
And if you wanted to remove them, obviously you could come over here.
Right.
But we're not going to do that for now. But
okay. And place the order.
we're not going to do
And
that.
it's going to be manual. That means once you place the order, it's not going to be automatic. Somebody at Facebook have to approve it. They'll look at it, they make sure it's good, then you're going to get an email, okay, your ad is approved, and it's going to run. Sometimes it takes a few minutes, sometimes it takes the next day.
Yeah.
Earlier you said something about it being, it can't be more than 20-some-odd% text.
On the image.
In the image.
On the image itself. So if you have an image right here, right, make sure the text is not more than 20%.
20%.
Yeah. And the rule number one is this, all you have to do, if you can put the text in this area, that's it. You should be fine.
There's actually a tool out there you can download. You know, it just allows you to upload the picture into there, and you click on certain blocks of that picture, and it'll tell you the percentage of how much is being taken up by
Right.
text.
But there's also another tool from Facebook. I just don't remember the name. I don't
That's what it is. It's
yeah,
a-
after the .com, you know, when it says ads, I just don't remember. It's called Grid. If I find it, I'll share it with you guys.
Yeah, that's it. It's the Facebook grid.
Grid something.
Yeah.
You can basically upload the picture there, and they'll tell you, okay, this is good, or this is not
Yeah.
good. Okay?
Well, see, I did this,
Uh-huh.
and they kicked it out.
Oh, yeah.
So even though it was my business card,
Right.
and it just has my name and phone number and address and title.
Yeah, that's a lot. A lot of information.
Yeah, they
That's
kicked
why.
it out and said I had too much text, so I had to
Right.
just the image. They approved it, then I went back in there and changed
Here's the thing, that's a good point. Here's the thing with the image. With the image, sometimes, especially when you have option for 6 images, don't put text on all of them. Some of them just a picture. Like just a picture of you doing something, or like a real estate, like in the property, a nice house, or do something funny. Like, whatever. But what is this guy? Look at me like that, right? Because somebody look at the news and suddenly there's a funny picture coming up. You just test them, see which one works.
Well, the reason why they do that is they don't want you to blast your Facebook ad with a bunch of with a bunch of text. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but there's been some times where I've seen some actual ads that look just like regular, beautiful postings.
Yeah.
And that's what Facebook wants. They want the interface to be seamless. They want it to look just like a regular posting.
Yeah.
And if you've got a bunch of text and words and look at this all over the place, it doesn't make the experience for the users to be very, in their eyes, to be very, very user friendly.
Yeah, like Maria Zapata, who's from San Antonio, she's like a specialist in this building. When she ran her ad, in all the pictures, she picture of herself like on the board because she does coaching. She trained pieces how to get the list building. She's like, like that, and some pictures she's on the horse because she loves horse. You know, she's testing with different pictures to see which one grabs the attention.
Yeah.
So you don't have to put words on every one of them. We want to have a question mark. Why? That's a red mark. Says why. You see what I'm saying? You can have a picture that's just white. There's nothing there. It's completely white. What is that? You know. So just this idea. Okay. So that's it. And you can preview the ad. You click on preview the order. You can preview. But this is oh my God. This is just for the post. We haven't even got to the like. We haven't even got to the actual website. So any question about the boost you post? So once you create the audience, that's it. You don't have to come back and do it again. For the boost you post, you don't have to come back again. You can just go regularly and pick the audience that you created through the advanced setup. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna come back and do everything again. If you want to change your audience, just click edit the audience, then change the demographic and go back from there. Okay? Let's go ahead and cancel this. Edit, just go back or scroll down. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm trying to go over here and
2 fingers.
what's that?
2 fingers. Okay, just click edit. There you go. So let's go back all the way up. Leave this page. Okay, create an ad again. Any questions so far?
Yeah. Are you limited to how many audiences you can create?
I'm sorry?
Can you create different audiences?
Yes, you can.
And then is there a limit?
Absolutely. Every audience, you can give it a name, and you can have so many audiences, and you can pick any time you want to run the ad. All right, so second one, promote your page. So this is only to what? To get more likes to your business page. That's what it's for. So if you click on the page, it's a little bit similar, and you scroll down, there you go, set an audience and a budget. Similar to what we did previously, because what you're trying to do, you're trying to create an audience. Does that make sense? If you scroll down, is this the one that gives you the 6th option of images too, for the like page?
I'm not sure. I've never done this one.
The like one? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let's do that quickly while I'm going to ask any questions to the audience. Okay, so you have any more questions? Yes.
Is there a way to guarantee that every one of your friends will see your post?
That is a beautiful question. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Facebook claims that they do. I don't know if it has going to happen. Nobody can guarantee anything. Does that make sense? What they're saying, yes, because for instance, let's say your friend opened your laptop. Let's say your friend opened the laptop, but they left the screen. The ad showed up. That doesn't mean they're going to see it.
Well, I mean that it's on their.
Yes, on the newsfeed, yes. That's at least Facebook can guarantee that. But how many see it, we don't know on the other side, whether people don't see it or not. Some people leave the computer on forever, but the Facebook is open. You know what I'm saying? So,
why is it that when you look at Facebook on your laptop and then you can immediately look at it on your phone and it's different feeds?
Excellent. Of course, it is different because they're not the same. Because in your mobile, it's a different system. Like just Google. If you search for a service in Google, on your phone, it's much different than the desktop. Because desktop algorithm is the same as the mobile algorithm. Same thing with the mobile device. You have a Facebook app, and this is Facebook actual website. It's not the same. It's slightly different.
So the news feeds are different.
Yes, that's what you have to think from mobile as well. You see what I'm saying? That's why.
Looks like you can add more images, but
There you go. There you go. So now I can add.
And they also have a free stock image if you wanted.
That's a new feature, right?
Yeah, it's a new feature, but if you already have your own images, it's probably better to go with that. But they've actually got some new and really good ones in there, man.
Sweet. Okay. So here, this is similar to all the other ads. I can add 6 images that is interesting for people to like my page. Now, there's a one website that Ray Garcia shared yesterday, and I also have it. Maybe put that one. There you go. I'm like freaking out. Put that one too.
But you know, just anything there.
Now, just go and click done for this one.
Okay. So
Okay.
now it's got 2 ads or 2.
Let's go to another website called I think it's Jumbo Pick. Let's do a search for Jumbo Pick. Jumbo Pick. So this guy, he's an awesome photographer who will let you use his photos for free. And the cool thing about him, he has this funny, awesome, weird images, some of them. So scroll down. See the cool pictures like that? Look at that. Just awesome pictures,
I've never
man.
seen this. This is good. I like this.
Yeah, so go down and you can do a search for, let's say, look at that. See that? Look at this. Man, this guy's awesome.
Nice.
Test drive the image. You can also test drive the image. How does it look on a website? That's what it's for. So it gives you some samples. Like if you want to use this image for your website, this is how it looks on a website.
That is cool.
Okay? So go back and look for some funny pictures. And look
You have
for,
like a search
do a
feature?
search for like, you know, funny faces. Not here. Go, yeah, do a search. It's funny faces. Totally free photo for your commercial and personal works. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Nothing funny. Just
Some
put
funny
faces. Just
I
put
mean,
faces.
Faces.
Yeah, put faces. Just put Rod. No, just put, remove funny. Just put faces because he'll.
Just faces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because yesterday you don't like ads. He said, okay, faces. See what happens. Okay, let's see. Is it thinking? It's thinking. It's thinking. Bunch of images probably. Nothing. What? Go up. What happened? They said I saw so many of them. Go to main menu or categories. Let me look at the categories. There you go. Let's see. People. Click on people. People. Scroll down. Okay, keep going, keep going. Let's see, there's probably some cool stuff. Keep going. Wow, look at the quality, you know, the edit, right? Look at that. And there's more actually. If you click more, no, go, slowly go up. Slowly go up. There it says next page. Okay, a lot of awesome pictures. See, if you can use some pictures that people can relate for your ad, look at that. I'm mad, right?
What about weddings?
Want to have weddings? Okay. Photoshop plugin, all in one pack. It's still thinking so. Anyways, a nice website. In fact, I listed like more than, I don't know, 15, 20 sites for free stock photos that you can use for your ad if you don't want to pay for it.
Nothing there.
Yeah. Anyway, but this is a good site. Check it out. What is it? Pick Jumbo. Because some of the images are really cool. So I saw it yesterday when Ray was sharing it, and I posted it on my website too. Look at that, man. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not that one. This one here. See, look at that. Look at that. So cool. Look at this. Don't you think somebody just browsing the page and suddenly you see this picture on the side?
Oh, they're gonna
Look
click
at
that one right there.
Yeah, definitely gonna click that one. Right? Put that mustache. Okay. So there you go. So those are the pictures. So go back to the pages. So right here, I can see a sample. When I scroll down, there you go. You see how this my ad looks like to get more likes?
You can look at it on the mobile.
You can also look on the mobile. Stay on the page, right? And scroll down. More. Desktop on the right-hand side. Look on the right-hand side. So on the news feed, on the right-hand side, on the desktop, on the mobile, that's how it looks.
And the wording in here is called copy.
Right.
So you'll see how the copy is.
And this is what you need to focus
Each
on.
one.
Yeah, when you go up, go a little bit up. Go up. Right here. This is the text that you need to make sure that it is interesting.
Yeah.
That will convert.
Because on your mobile, you want to make sure that you're actually showing, because some of it could be cut off.
Yeah.
So you want it to be, whatever it is that you want to be showing, it may go or bleed past it, but you want to make sure that the majority of what you're trying to say is shown up, if not all. You know, so I mean, you're very limited on this, especially on the mobile side. So I mean, at the top you have more space, but on the bottom here, it's just like nonprofit organization. It tells you that how many people like it. but you're very limited on here, especially on the mobile side. So.
Okay, so that's it. You look at the ad, you do the preview, scroll down. Same thing, when you place the order, how much you're paying, and that's it. Now you're going to get likes, people that just want to join your business page. That's what it's for. Any question about the likes? It's still very basic, right? I know Kim Gar, she does a good job with having some sort of landing page on the like page, so people can get into the list, then like the page. There's a way to do that. Yes?
So if you like something, you're more likely to see their other posts.
Yes, absolutely. When somebody see your ad and they join your page, that means there's more chance that these people are interested in what you have to offer. So these are your, what we call it, the warm leads. Does that make sense?
And if you click follow, then you'll see all their posts. Is that correct?
No, this is Facebook. This is a business page. This is not a business page cannot follow people.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a personal profile. If it's a personal profile, yes, but it's a business page. You're not going to follow people. They can send you private messages. That's about it. But it's a business, right? Okay, so that's how to do an ad to get more likes. So the third one, send people to your website. Again, you pick the website. Let's say the first one, WP Fix It. This is for fixing WordPress sites. I can pick the site that I want to get traffic, but you have to make sure that you also have a business page for your website. If you're going to run an ad to push traffic to your website, you also need to have a business page for your website. Okay? Same thing. Set an audience and a budget all over again. Same stuff. Pick your demographic, pick your images, put the copy, put the content. But in this situation, it's different because here, when people click on the ad, it will take them directly to your website. So if your website has some sort of lead capture that you want to, convert, this is the opportunity to build your list of subscribers. So let's say I want, I have a brand new website. I want to build 500 subscribers to my list. Run an ad for your website or conversion.
Yeah, let's go back to that again because I want to make sure that they understand that.
Yeah.
You come in here, you're creating your ad, and you're going to take them to your website. Now, there's sometimes that I build landing pages for people, which if you're not familiar with the term of landing page, wherever your ad, once you click on that ad, wherever you're taking them to, that's the destination page or the landing page. That could be the website. Sometimes I create landing pages because it makes it looks more professional. So when you're creating conversions for your website, this is the area that you're going to put in that URL. So if that's the website that you want them to go to, that's fine. If you're taking them to a landing page or somewhere else, you want to make sure that that's actually right. And if you don't put it in there right, it will tell you. It'll come back and say that that's not an actual page. So you'll have to make sure that you get the right URL in there.
Does anybody know what is a landing page? One. Let's show an example. Let's go ahead and
Go to lead pages or
no. Go to Michael Hyatt. Okay. MichaelHyatt.com. That one. It's Michael Hyatt. So his homepage right away is what? A lead capture. See? So what happens when you do a conversion, do not send them to a page that doesn't have something like this. If you are selling a product, don't send it to your homepage. Send them exactly to the product page. Does that make sense? If I'm going to sell this homemade honey in my business called Yusuf Honey, right? So you send the traffic back to the website, but don't send it to the homepage. Send it to the exact where it says buy now button.
right.
Okay? So if you want more subscribers, then use conversion. If you want more traffic to the website, then use the traffic. Does that make sense? But this is what landing page is. So landing page can come in any format. It can be something like this, like a sidebar, put your name and email address, or it could be a page specifically just a whole sample of how it looks. Let's go and check out unbounce.com. Let's have a good samples. Unbounce.com. unbounce.com. They specialize in landing pages. So let me show you some examples of what landing page is and why it's so important, especially for the real estate. Landing page is like a must, to capture leads. So there you go, examples. Click on examples. So let me show you some of the examples of landing pages. There you go, scroll down. Look at that. Look at that one. We sell homes. That's for you. Yeah. Look at that.
So basically what we're talking about here is, you can have an alternate place that you're sending them to, but it's still for the same business that you're trying to, in this case, they're offering an estimate on the value of the home.
See?
So they would put all their information in there, and obviously once they click on it, it's going to redirect to wherever you have that set up. So that's one example. There's also, if you have a video, there should be one in here, right, of videos? Should have something.
Let's see. Look at the pizza. Oh, look, is that a
Chili's right here?
Chili's, yeah.
This is a landing page. Obviously, this is not Chili's main page, but it's a landing page that talks about Chili's. So whatever they're doing right here, right now, they've got a free kids meal with an entree purchase.
So they run an ad for that, and people click on it, and they see it, they get the coupon.
Exactly. I'm looking one for video. Do you have one in here for video? There's one right there.
Yeah.
So for video, maybe you have a product that's not easily understandable, but you want to give them an explainer video, or you want to extend the conversation.
There you go. Beautiful.
That's a landing page. Talks about the product, talks about whatever, and it's a part of Paper Anniversary by Anna B. So,
nice. Okay. Any more questions?
That's where you would put that information right here in the beginning.
Yeah. Yes.
I've noticed that some websites, that lead capture that pops up, they don't allow you to exit out. You have to put something in before you go into the website.
Those are some of the snobby in the market, unfortunately. Yeah, sadly it works, to be honest with you. They have this pop-up and it says when you leave, wait, please, watch it again, you got 10 minutes left.
Please,
please 10 minutes left. Or, buy it right now for $1. Tonight is the last night, which is all lies. Yeah, so just avoid those sites, Anyway, any more questions though? Because now we're going to have Jaime and Myrna come here and we're going to check their ad. Yes.
I have one more question. Hopefully it's with the website.
Okay.
It's called the conversion pixel.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned. So what happens with the pixel, when you run the ad for the website, you can get a code from Facebook and add it on the back end of your website.
Yeah, for those that don't know what he's talking about, a pixel is a little bit of code that, and there's a certain area, we don't have the time to go through it right now. Basically, there's two types of pixels. There's the conversion pixel, and basically what that is, you would put that letter of code, you would put that on your website, in that particular website. In this case, if you're doing a conversion, you generally want to put that on your thank you page, because you don't want to put it where they're actually putting the information in. You want to make sure that once they click that information, then it goes to the thank you page. You want to put it on that so that it'll make sure that that's counted as a conversion. That's one pixel. The other one is a retracting pixel. And what a retracting pixel, how many of you have ever gone to, let's say, Nike or Red Bull or somewhere, and then you go to your Facebook and now it's on your Facebook? Wait a minute, how did they know I was there? That's what they're doing. It's a retracting pixel. So that what happens is, y'all get to your question, but what happens is, like sometimes people have families, so they're maybe about to make that order, and then their child comes in and they get distracted, or maybe they just didn't want to do it right then or then. You can set that for a certain amount of time. You can say 30 days, 180 days, or you can say after 10 days, don't let them see that anymore. There's so many different things that you can do with a retracting pixel. Yes, sir.
So that piece of code that would it be so best to put it like in the head of the actual?
Yeah, in the head. If you have a WordPress site, there's actually I don't know which plugin it is, but I have a plugin for my WordPress. I just put it in there. But if you don't have a WordPress site, you just want to put it in the actual page between the
header.
The header.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, those are the two options. So the one with the conversion, let's say, if you take the example of Michael Hyatt, so when somebody put their name and email, they get a thank you page. Oh, thank you for subscribing.
Right.
So you have to make sure you put it like there.
Yeah.
Because when that happens, you know it's going to convert. And the cool thing about the pixel is that it follows you, like Rod said. So somebody found your website through Google, and they didn't do anything. They logged into a Facebook, and you're running an ad, and now they can see that ad again because they visited you also, which is awesome. It's called retargeting marketing. That's what it's called.
It's
they actually got it from
really
Google.
good too.
They got that idea from Google.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? No. All right. So, Jaime, you want to show us like what happened? Yes.
Do you want to have another one follow up, or is this?
Whatever they want. Keep doing, man.
Sure. No.
What?
It's up to you.
and do it whenever you want. He's awesome. Should we go to another class? Of course we're going to another class. Because we haven't talked about, what do you call it, Power Editor,
Yeah.
which is another feature that you have to use it with the Chrome browser. So that's like another advanced technique. Now, if you want to learn more, you can always ask Rod about Facebook advertising or myself, or you can also follow, go and put John Loomer,
Yeah, this guy is good. He's the #1 guy in Facebook, in my opinion.
G-O-N Loomer. So if you want to learn more about Facebook, you can ask us, or you can also check this website, John Loomer, who specializes in Facebook advertising.
This guy is really, really good. He's the one guy I look, we both. He has a subscription. It is kind of costly. If you're that serious into it, you can do that.
Or you can just read his blog posts. You can still learn a lot from him.
He has
That's why
actual
he's the blog post.
YouTube videos you can take a look at as well. So.
All right. So for those that run the ad and for some reason wasn't successful, we want you to come here, log into your Facebook, let us see what happened, so we can give you live feedback, like what needs to be adjusted. So how do you want to try?
We can walk on there.
Yes.
You wanna plug in my computer?
If you want to plug in, we can do that too. It's up to you.
While he's looking at it, does anybody else have any questions? I'll be more than happy to try and answer them for you. We're here to help.
Do you remember the password or no?
So, we're talking about two separate things. You do the ad, but then you boost that ad, or is that all in the same one?
They're actually two different categories. We're talking about boosting a post.
Boosting
So
the
when you're
post. You
in your
boost the post,
page,
then you create an ad.
right?
Yeah, we don't have it.
But
So
a boost can be similar. It is an ad. You're actually, even though it is an actual posting that you're boosting, it's like an ad. You're paying for that. But an
if you want
ad
some sweet,
separate
help yourself.
from that is completely different. You're going into those areas that we're talking about. Does that make sense? Okay. Because when you're posting your Facebook, you have an action there that says boost. The difference between that and an ad is you're limited, I think, on 10 or 12 interests only in a boost. So generally, I don't suggest doing a boost, unless you're just wanting, a particular actual boost to be the only thing that you're really I'm limited on how many interests you can run.
So what's the difference then between that and an invite? Like you're creating an event, and you're inviting people.
That's similar.
Hey folks, thank you all for waiting. We're actually done with the session right now, and we're having some folks testing their personal account. So I'm just going to end this right now. So if y'all have any more questions, go ahead and feel free to tweet it to me, and I'll be more than happy to help you all. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Thank you.